This is the Totem 120 from IPEVO. It's a meeting room camera and it's a document camera, all in one solution. And it is my recommendation for individuals looking for an inexpensive upgrade to their laptop webcam and who also need to present documents and maybe draw out ideas or model techniques or skills. In the coming weeks and months, I'll be bringing you reviews of a range of IPEVO meeting room cameras and microphones. It's important that you know that they've sent me all these items for review and that we are continuing to work together on sponsored content. These reviews, however, are not sponsored and they are my honest thoughts about the meeting room cameras. This is probably the cheapest of the group, the IPEVO Totem 120. This is a webcam, microphone and visualizer all in one for $200. If you don't need the full width of the room or a 360-degree view, this is the one for you. So the other options are the IPEVO 180, which covers full width, or 360, which you put in the middle of a conference room table. The IPEVO Totem 120 has two cameras and these give you more options. There's a 120-degree wider lens, which is if you need to capture a small group or if you move around as you present, and then a tighter camera for if you just need to use it for a talking head shot of one person. Then it transforms into document camera mode. If you need to capture a larger sheet of paper, you can use the wider camera or the tighter camera if you need to capture finer details. The microphone quality will almost certainly be a step up from your laptop. It's got an AI noise reduction algorithm built in and working directly on the camera, and the camera quality will likely be better too. They rarely put very high quality webcams in laptops. Let's see what the quality is like whilst I tell you about my memberships offer. This is the 120-degree camera, firstly without the AI stage tracking on. Channel memberships are a great way to get involved in more of a community and more of a conversational form of live stream. I'll give you my insights into the devices that I'm evaluating before they make it to a full review. And now with the AI stage tracking on, so if you want a little bit of a preview of the points that I'm going to make in the full review of devices before I've had a chance to actually film and edit those, then you can get involved with those live streams. And those videos, of course, will be available on demand after those live streams if you can't make it to watch them live. And this is the tighter 80-degree camera here. Firstly, without the tracking on. You can ask questions, you can request demos, and really just discuss and influence the content on my channel as it goes forward. I really hope this community grows into a place where we can have meaningful discussions around these devices that I evaluate, and that you'll get great value from joining the channel. And now the 80-degree camera with the AI stage, how much that's going to do because it's pretty tight anyway. There are also exclusive community posts to help shape the channel content, and I'll prioritize answering your questions that you ask on any video. And now let's change it to the standard laptop webcam and microphone. This is the microphone and camera on the Logitech, I think it's C90 Pro 1080p webcam. It's a good quality webcam, and this is just a standard webcam, which is better than it will be in most actual laptops. This is just a standard webcam to compare to the IP. And just to finish the bit about the memberships is that there's no change to what I'm actually offering here for free. Many of you are already choosing to support the channel in ways that things like super chat on live streams, and this is just a way that I can offer you more value should you want to do. Rather than it just be a donation, it's just a way that I can give you something more in exchange for your kind help. The Logitech C920 camera is actually still standing up really well, I think, but I do think that it's too wide, and I like being able to come in that bit tighter when I'm on camera, at least have the option of that, and therefore not include so much of that distracting background. The IPEVO gives you that choice of framing. And here are some shots from my laptop from some time ago. It's actually when I went to use the laptop webcam today, it actually stopped working, and I have no idea why it did that. You can see that it's low detailed and there's lots of digital artifacts, lots of noise in that image, even in the well-lit conditions that it was. So you can see that the IPEVO webcams are standing up well to the Logitech, which is a really popular standard webcam for lots of reasons. It really is night and day between the IPEVO and the webcam in my laptop. And that, by the way, is a good laptop. It's a HP Spectre laptop. I'd say the Totem 120 is something I'd recommend to you if you know your meetings are just like to be one person using the camera or just small teams around the table. It's really interesting that we still haven't resolved this problem of making eye contact in meetings, and there's a couple of solutions, like Nvidia have some AI eye tracking where even if you look to the side, the computer actually makes it look like you're looking directly at the camera. It's a bit of an odd idea. Other companies have come up with cameras that can sit directly in the middle of your screen, so you're looking at the person on the screen and you're also looking at least close to the center of the camera. And a laptop webcam is right there in the center, so at least it generally looks like you're not looking off to one side. Whereas the Totem 120 has this issue of, you are placing it to one side of a screen that you might be using. So I wouldn't recommend it if it was just to be right next door to your laptop. But in meeting rooms, it's likely to be some distance away. Maybe the display screen that you're using is against the wall and this is just underneath it. And then it will look quite natural with you making eye contact generally in that direction. The AI noise cancelling microphone that's built into the IPEVO 120 will do a good job though of making it not sound too echoey, and you'll still come through nice and clearly even if you're in a small or medium-sized meeting room. But I do recommend that you practice making eye contact with the camera, because if you're saying something like in a webinar or presenting to a camera like this, making eye contact directly with the lens is a really important way to become more engaging on camera. If you're looking off to one side or reading from a script, you can quite quickly lose that contact with your audience, even in a digital situation. So I would recommend it for individuals or for companies that have small or medium-sized meeting rooms, perhaps if those companies are on a tighter budget, or if you just need extra cameras for small collaboration spaces. If you wanted a simple setup to start live streaming or creating content with very little friction, this is just plug and play, and it still gives you a multitude of options. I certainly, my beginnings of my YouTube journey was actually teaching physics online, and you can still see all those videos if you go way back on my channel. But I would have loved to have this camera when I started out. What I would have done was I would plan my teaching. I would teach my lessons to the camera. I would use the wider screen when I was talking and talking. I would come in a bit tighter when I wanted to deliver something directly to camera, and I would have that option to do the top-down shot to demonstrate practicals or to do a bit of modeling for exam questions, all on one device. For 200 quid, if you want to start going ahead and making YouTube videos to showcase your teaching, this is a great option. Remember, it is also a fixed USB cable, so it has to be a USB-C. So make sure that you've got a spare USB-C port on your laptop or computer if you are planning to buy this. That variety that you'll introduce though into your videos will make them much more engaging. So even in meetings, use both of the cameras. Sometimes go ahead and think, well, I can demonstrate something, or perhaps think about planning out some props and some bits of text that you can actually use the top-down view to do that. That will make it much more varied and more engaging for your viewers. One thing to say is it does get really hot, especially up here towards the camera section. That's because it's doing all of the processing here within the camera. It's doing the AI noise reduction, and it's doing the tracking here within the camera to keep it plug and play. When you move it from lower down here, because this end doesn't get hot. It's not highly portable is one criticism, because it does have that heavy base, and this wire mechanism, although it's quite a clever design, usually IPEVO designs are very clever, it does mean I worry that if it wasn't stored correctly in a bag, that it could easily get bent, and then you'd find it difficult to use the camera as it was intended. But this is affordable, it is adjustable, and it's fully featured. And this is the one that I'd recommend to any individual professional who's not satisfied with their webcam, and for teachers who are looking for a visualizer. It's a solution that can do all three of a good quality webcam, a top-down document camera, and a good quality microphone, and will enable you to make good quality content really quickly and easily. Now, if you do like the look of this, you'll find links to it on Amazon in the description and on the IPEVO website. But if you do want to know more about what IPEVO have to offer, then I've also linked up my playlist with the other content that I've made about their devices.